Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marnise Nicole. I am an acrylic artist, and as promised, today is a Q&A video. So I've reached a year on YouTube. May 19th is my YouTube anniversary, and so in celebration of that, I am filming this Q&A so you can get a inside look on my work, myself, my favorites, my hated, everything like that. And so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. And so going ahead and getting started, again, my name is Marnise Nicole. I'm an acrylic painter based out of Connecticut, and I have been painting for a year now, a little over a year actually. I started painting in February of 2016 and then quickly decided to set up this channel in order to document my artist journey, and it's been so helpful. It's been really inspiring to be able to go back and rewatch some of my earlier artist diaries and just know I've grown so much in my work. This piece behind me is called The Shoulder Effect, and is actually the most recent piece I've worked on. And in comparison to the first piece I worked on, just that development in such a small amount of time, a year is nothing in the big scheme of things, and just that's really amazing to me. And so I love this channel. I love YouTube so much, and that's why I'm doing this Q&A. My favorite medium has to be acrylic paint. I've worked with oils, I've worked with watercolor, I love pastels, but acrylic paint, yes, it's really my favorite. Now, my least favorite has to be watercolors. I don't feel like my skill set lies there, and I really don't have time at this moment to really develop the skills there. I need classes. I need to go into in-depth study of watercolors in order to get a better appreciation for it. But right now is not my favorite. Now, for my favorite size canvas to work on, I love to work on a size 8x10, and it's such a smaller size canvas, and typically I work on a much larger canvases. I love 18x24. That's kind of my standard size, but there's something about an 8x10. I feel like it gives such a good impact with my types of pieces, and yet being so small. So that's my favorite size canvas. If I had to follow that up with a second favorite, of course that would be my 18x24, and following that, I do tend to work on 11x14s as well. So now my favorite tool has to be, oh gosh, it has to be my palette knife, and I don't get to work with it enough, but I love my palette knife, and it's such a relaxing time when I use my palette knife. I'm gonna go ahead and insert a picture of Little Lady. This is a piece I finished a little while ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and it was the first time I picked up my palette knife in, God, maybe 6 months. And that piece came together so well. It was so fun for me. It was just such a great experience. I love working with color, and somehow the palette knife on a black background, the palette knife brings those colors and just, it gives the piece so much movement, and that's what I love. And so I really need to work with my palette knife more. I have a whole set of Creative Mark palette knives, and I've only used like 3 out of the set of 8. I really want to just, work with it, develop some more pieces with it, something like that. I'll see. I don't know. Now, moving on from my favorite tool, my favorite brands to work with. I love Liquitex. It's my absolutely favorite brand right now. I was first introduced to the Liquitex Basics line, and that's kind of when I started off with my first painting set. And it's a student brand kind of paint, but it's still so good to work with. It's so pigmented, and I love that set. And so when I was upgrading my paint supplies, and I wanted to get some more professional grade paint, because I had started working with galleries and putting my artwork out for shows, and I just wanted to, spend a little more money on my quality paints and see what the difference was between a student grade and a professional grade paints. And so I picked up golden acrylics. I worked with Matisse, which is a line out of Australia, I believe. and I love them just fine. I work with them interchangeably, but I love Liquitex brand. And so I keep buying them. I can't seem to stop myself. I particularly love the Vibrant line, so they have such bold colors in that line. I love the Muted collection just because I think it's a great idea to have a collection specifically made for Muted. I've loved working with some of their acrylic inks. I find that they flow so well. I love it. I'm raving now, so I'm gonna move on. Another favorite brand of mine are the Frederick canvases. I was only recently introduced to them, and mostly I buy my canvases from Ocean State Job Lot. It's just inexpensive there, and at the time when I first started getting my canvases there, I wasn't aware kind of canvas quality, and that there can be various stages of canvas quality. And so I would find myself juzzling a board several times and sanding it down, and all of this prep work for the canvas. And I find that Fredericks, I cut that out. The canvases they come out so good. They're just so smooth. They're so easy. You can just paint right on them. And I particularly love their canvas boards, specifically their round canvas boards. The black gesso ones, I've used them in a recent video. I showcased that off, but I loved that canvas because one, it was so smooth. It was so smooth. Just run your hands through it. So smooth. Moving away from artist materials, I wanted to share the first piece I ever painted, and I'll insert a picture here as well as link down below artist diary where I talked about my first piece and my experience repainting it. I'm going to be repainting that piece every year using the same photo inspiration, which was a book that I'd read a long time ago, and using that book to inspire a new piece every year to see what I gravitate towards, to see where I'm growing from. And so I'll link that diary down below if you want to go ahead and watch it. Now, my most difficult piece is this piece right here, which is a robin red, and it took me a month to complete this piece, and still I want to go back and nitpick and change a few things, but I've decided that because I'm such a perfectionist, once I've signed it, I'm done. I'm done with the piece, and I won't work on it any longer. And that's just a personal preference for me because I could go on and on with a piece. And really, that is not only the most difficult piece I've worked on, it's also the longest piece I've worked on. That took, again, a whole month, and that's a lot. Now, the shortest piece I've worked on is inserted right here. This literally took about 2 hours for me to do. And so it was fun. And it was short, and I like being able to finish a piece in one setting. That's amazing. Now, the big question here is, how would I describe my style? Like, it's a color story. That's always what I try to portray. Now, my theme in my paintings is, of course, hair. I've talked about it so much. Hair is such a big part of your identity, especially as an African American woman. Just my hair. It's my life. It's my story. So if I really had to explain and describe my style in just 3 words, it would be colorful, energetic, and hair. Now, how does art make me feel? It honestly makes me feel so great. I'm an artist now. Future, I really want to try to incorporate some new concepts into my work. Right now, I'm really into this very bold, geometric kind of theme throughout my painting. Shapes are calling to me right now, but I also am very interested in working with fabric art. This is something that my grandmother actually inspired me to kind of try or see what I could do with. Can you do art with fabric? Well, first of all, you can do art with anything, and second of all, just some of the pieces she's done is amazing, and I'm like, I see where I get my skills from. I also want to try and complete a full series. That's what I'm working on with my secret project for the fairy tale retelling book project. That's going to take a year or more to complete, but I really want to focus on creating and completing a series. So a fun fact is that I collect art books. I am a big book lover. You can see here, this is part of my library, but I love books. And then when I got into art, I wanted to learn a lot more about abstract abstract techniques and different artists and everything like that. And I was like, the best way to do that is to buy books, of course. And so now I have a collection of 12 or so art books now, and art books are expensive, but I love them. And I'm going to one day share my full art collection, but I'm still waiting for a couple of books to get here, so that'll be coming soon. Another fun fact about me is that I paint at night. I paint in my lunch breaks. I paint anytime because I work a full work week, and so I have scrap hours to create work. And so a fun fact about me is that it'll be 4 in the morning and I'll be up painting with coffee, and you gotta get paint where you can. The last fun fact about me is that I am a twin, and my twin is my critique art partner. There are a lot of pieces that will not be complete without her say so. This piece behind me, it was missing something, and I could not figure out what it was. And so I got my twin and I called her, and it was like 6 in the morning, and I showed her where I was, and she immediately was like, the neckline is too low, you gotta pull it up. So complete, finished and done. And so we're twins. We are identical twins, and she's my other half, literally. And so sometimes I'm thinking on this side of the brain, and I just gotta bring my other side of the brain into the experience, and so I can complete my work. And so that is it for the Q&A. That's all of the questions I could think of, or that I've been asked and I've written down over the last couple of months. If you have additional questions for me, definitely leave that down below and I will answer them in the comments. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for being here, whether it's been for just a day or if it's been through the whole year journey. Again, my name is Marnise Nicole, and you have a great rest of your week.